This is 2026 0516. This is 1909. It's kind of a special occasion because I don't usually use my MetaQuest to talk. I usually have the microphone turned off with it. But I wanted to demonstrate something. Okay, I'm currently being attacked by V2K. Like technology, I have a group of people constantly talking through my mouth. I hadn't gotten very much sleep last night or the night before that because they're literally trying to asphyxiate me and kill me. So I've been spending time here. I've been here for 4 months. I was held hostage for 3 years in California. That's when they started speaking out of my mouth. I'm now here in Virginia, and they're still doing so. So whatever they did to me in California, they're still able to talk out of my mouth here. So since I've been here for 4 months, it's expensive to be here. It's $2,600 a month. I was supposed to be staying here so I could get my IDs in order, because I was about to become someone who was a ghost, basically. I used to work for the government, used to have a top secret SCI. I was supposed to be going in for border patrol at a lifestyle level, and I was taken hostage, and they were helping the hostage takers try to kill me and take my stuff. This was during the COVID shutdown right before it, and during that time, up to now. But they are constantly talking to me, constantly talking out of my mouth. So the human traffickers are able to do identity theft on a level in which they take over people's bodies and asphyxiate them. Right now, they're trying to talk out of me. Someone just talked when I was talking, trying to correct me. But that was me. So right now, I'm about to demonstrate how much money I've just spent on trying to block their signal. So when I was in court in California, I was telling the judge that I was being taken over by V2K in the middle of a court process. Because I was going to court because I was trying to tell them I was a hostage for a year out in the woods. And they stopped the court, and I was a hostage for another 2 years out in the woods. Because they would not do their job. Judge did not want to do anything about the human trafficking situation. So inside of the courtroom, they were able to speak out of me. Now, courtrooms are supposed to be designed to block signals from the outside, trying to record or interfere with people. Whatever they're using is strong enough to get through that, so it's militarized, basically. Stop talking out of me. They just said this. So it's militarized. Again, you can tell the difference in my speech because they go over what I'm about to say and try to say it for me before I say it. And sometimes they get a lot of things wrong. Okay, so when I was flying from California to here, and at the airport terminal, they also have signal blockers. They were able to talk to me through the airport. So on the plane, they also were able to talk to me, but I limited my speech because I didn't want them to track me across the U.S. Now, I thought their signal was actually local to California, or maybe even Arizona, or that federal area, but it picks up here in Virginia. So they've been talking out of me pretty strong, to the point in which my chest feels like it's going to rupture. I'm constantly taking medication so I can get sleep, which is actually flu medications that have drowsiness. And I'm 39, I'll be 40 this year. I shouldn't be taking as much medication as I have to get sleep. I stayed up all last night, most of last night. I slept this morning. Night before that also, because they keep talking. In order to get sleep, I have to do noise, interference, but they keep adapting to it. I was putting some mouth guard to keep them from speaking out of me. They've adapted to it so well that they speak better with the mouth guard now than they do without sometimes. When I put this in and take it out, it takes them a while to adjust back to talking out of my mouth. So they keep adjusting to it. Anyways, I was going to demonstrate here how much money I've actually spent on trying to deal with this. Now, this is Mylar. Mylar is used for emergency safety blankets. It blocks heat. So it traps heat when people put it on, supposedly. It's supposed to bounce off of this. It also is supposed to be able to block signals. This is different kinds of Mylar. I bought this on eBay. I have layered this up and put this inside of a tent to try to make some sort of protection zone. And they've gotten through it. Almost immediately. So this wasn't good enough. Now, I bought this stuff online. This stuff right here is silver mesh. It's a different kind of silver mesh than the one I'm about to show you. It's pretty expensive. And a silver mesh hood. Now, I noticed that this blocks the signal of my earbuds. This is the only one that I know of that works. These two here I slept under because I thought they were going to help. They seem like they did immediately, and it seems to be the same material as that's inside of this. But when I woke up, my arm was dead. It's literally dead all the way up to my shoulder. I could pick up my other arm, and it's like dead. I had a partial stroke that I recovered from. If I would have stayed that way, I could have lost my arm. Also, one of my family members just recently had their leg chopped off. Just found out. They didn't tell me until they did it. So I tried to warn them that I'm under assault, and that they may be under assault, and that they really should read through my information. And I guess they didn't read thoroughly enough. Because if their mind was controlled to the point in which they decided to chop off their own limb, they're going to have a hard time surviving in the future. It's pretty much a death spiral. Anyways, my arm twice did this. The second time it did it, it was so hurt that for days I could feel it. But the first time it happened, when I slept under this, it was like a wet noodle. I could pick it up, and I thought that I was going to have a stroke trying to get the blood to circulate back through it. Okay, that's with that stuff. Now, this stuff here I've been trying. This is $260. This is silver mesh. Silver. This right here are silver pants, about $100. These right here range anywhere from $20, which I would think probably be the other type. I have another one here, around here somewhere. Not all of them are here. But also silver mesh, to $70 to $80. So each one of these things are silver mesh, and on the inside, it's lined with silver. Now, these are supposed to be EMF frequency blockers. It's supposed to block 99.9% of EMF frequencies. I have layered these things on and slept in them. They've gotten past the 260 because they're still controlling my breathing when I'm trying to sleep, which means they keep trying to suffocate me. And in the morning, they keep breathing deeply to hurt my chest. So this isn't blocking that. I've been trying to use this so I can keep out overlays, or tried to use this so I can lap it. Stop talking at me. I'm trying to use this so I can layer it so that there's no gaps inside of the openings. They're trying to go over my mind. This here doesn't have silver on the inside, but they say this is also an EMF blocker. I got different types from different people, or for different people on eBay. I got the suggestion off this from going on BitChute. I noticed that they were selling beanies that were like this. There's a guy who used to work at Raytheon. I also used to work at Raytheon headquarters in Reston, Virginia. He was talking about how he was being attacked by V2K. He could barely speak properly, and that he used to work there, and that he was talking about the effects on what they do with Havana Syndrome, which Havana, Cuba, is where Guantanamo Bay is, and what Guantanamo Bay is where they keep people who they say are terrorists, and they could be torturing them with this when they're on camera, and going in their heads, controlling their actions, making them confess to things they haven't done, because they want to have the ability to steal from them, which is what's happening with me, is that they keep trying to have me say things that I'm not saying they are. False confessions. So they took over my speech when I was in court, and I told the judge this. They threw out the case, but they wouldn't help with the human trafficking. Also gave this to Social Security, which is what I'm getting a lot of this money from, if not all of it. But they've fully disabled me, I think, because I think they're giving me the max. They just upped it to the max. They doubled the amount in which was actually being given to me. So the max means that they think that I'm fully disabled. Now, my information, I gave them a lot of information, a lot of written information, PDF, proof, different documents from different courts, different documents from different police departments, all that of what's been going on for the last 3 years in California, and how they stole my car. They stole my property inside of my car. They stole my IDs. They destroyed a lot of my IDs. They destroyed my computer equipment, and they held me out in the woods for 3 years. They are still talking out of me. So I'm a hostage. Military level. I think they're Navy SEALs from Homeland. I think this started right around 2018 when I put in for working for Border Patrol for Homeland, and I was supposed to work in California. And during the lockdown time, I think they were killing a lot of people so they can survive the lockdown. So I came across a group that I think have been killing a lot of people, especially homeless people. And since I know this, they don't want to go to prison, which San Quentin is on that island. So I think they're trying to torture me to death so they don't go to prison. All this together is over $1,000. Now, with all of this, doesn't work. I haven't been able to stop them from talking at me. Even with a muzzle, unable to stop them from talking at me. Now, I just tried something different. Aluminum foil for the first time. Aluminum foil, different types. This is what they keep saying, that they wear aluminum foil hats. Now, aluminum foil blocks signals, kind of, but it blocks heat. So if you take aluminum foil, stick it on top of an oven, turn it on, and touch it, it's going to be hot. If you take it off and immediately touch it, it's going to be cold. Aluminum foil doesn't hold on to heat. So it's hard for signals to actually go through it the same way, I think. They said that the silver was supposed to block 99.9% of EMF signals, and even layering different types, because this is different types of mylar, different types of silver. I haven't done a layer of that, and this at the same time, plus foil, which I'm about to try. And this. But so far, this and this together is not enough to block their signal. So, that's MetaQuest causing a problem. Didn't meet anybody on there. MetaQuest keeps MetaQuest is connected to Facebook. Facebook is connected to Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg and YouTube seem to be a thing together on this, and they keep doing things to attack people who are on the MetaQuest and in MetaQuest worlds. They keep following around with people who sound like their children, but I think they're militarized. I think they're trying to get them kicked off their servers so they can actually reclaim this technology for the military. They don't want the public using it. So they keep trying to attack people on it so they can steal their information. But that's a theory. I'm going through this, but they just put that on my recording. Even though I haven't met anybody. I don't talk to people in the world. Except a long time ago, one person, I think it was one of the YouTube channel people, wanted to figure out why I was writing a comment on their stuff. But that was it. I don't know any of these other people. Anyways, I want to do that as a recording. This is the first time I've done a recording using the MetaQuest with a microphone. I'm not sure if this is going to work. So, just want to try it. But over $1,000. Like I said, $260. Over $100. Pants, shirt, hood, to the point in which I can cover my body except for my hands and my feet. And I think my feet, what do you call it? The socks that I wear, the compression socks, they have silver in them, I think. So, even with full of that, putting all of that on top of this to cover it up, their signal is able to penetrate it, but also able to penetrate airport, judicial chambers, and airplanes. So that's how strong this signal is, and it goes coast to coast. So in Marin County, I was in the Pacific Ocean area. Right now, I'm in the Atlantic Ocean area, or vice versa, and I'm on the East Coast. So, like, literally, I'm down the street from D.C. Now, if that's the case, because this is 66s out here, but the thing is that means they can be interfering with people who are in Washington, D.C. right now. From California, if it's the California government doing it. But what I keep getting is that it's London, UK. And people who are insurrection against this government, stop talking. People who are trying to overthrow this government for a different kind of government, they're trying to collapse it at this time by doing what they call a Cthulhu, which is the mind hacking, brain dance, which is UK, V2K, voice to skull, direct to skull, attack, plus introducing viruses out here and making people seem like they're crazy so they cannot actually talk in court in confidence, because they took away my ability to talk in confidence in court because they don't want me actually putting this on file. So I've been uploading it on YouTube, doing recording and sending it out to different police departments, to the government, to different other jurisdictions, federal, and also the Supreme Court. Now, they did this without an actual determination. It actually makes sense. Because if you look at the doctor's record, they barely know me, barely have ever talked to me. Yet they were able to do something that shut down my entire career. And now I'm fully disabled in the Social Security, I think. Running out of time. Gotta close out.